Within the prefrontal cortex, there are 3 regions in there. The first region, it's a proactivity region. That's the do it, I will, I'm going to do this, I'm going to set a new habit, right? I'm going to instill a new habit. That's the proactivity region. That's the eat kale and make sure it's organic. That's the impulse control. There's another region that's the impulse control region. That's the don't do it. Don't eat the cheesecake, right? Don't stay up all night surfing the web. Get to the important thing. And then there's the other region in the prefrontal cortex that's the go get it. That's the fulfillment part of the prefrontal. That's long-term desire. That's what I want. Going for the things that you really want. Deep fulfillment there. And that's where this kind of comes in. So the problem is there's a struggle between the old brain and the new brain, right? There's a mismatch. And the mismatch is based on our environment. The old brain was used to dealing in an environment where tigers were chasing after us, right? Where there was famine, right? The old brain is used to dealing with those things and handling those things. That's not the environment we live in now. And believe it or not, when you go back, people actually were eaten by, there were predators that did eat us. We were not always at the top of the food chain, right? So the reason why is a change of environment. So there's this struggle, right? The primitive brain, the amygdala, that has survival instincts. We still need them, right? It's not like the old brain is not necessary. It's still very necessary. Especially when emergencies happen, we need to be able to act quickly. That's a survival instinct. Weirdly, somebody got bit by a dog today, right? But that's a reactive and tendency to overreact to things, right? So that's a tendency to overreact. A dog bites you, you're like, all dogs are bad now. A dog bit me, now all dogs are bad, right? It instills that into your memory. I'm always going to be worried, because dogs are not tigers. I'm always worried about dogs now from going forward. The evolved brain, right? That's the prefrontal cortex. The focus is on long-term responsibilities, right? That's where your executive functions are. That's where your willpower is. That's where the power of reasoning comes from. That's in the prefrontal cortex. That's goal setting. That's suppressing urges, not eating the cheesecake, right? The good news is that that's where proactivity comes from. The good news is that the great architect in the sky created this new version of our brain to override the old version of the brain. When the old version of the brain was saying, you know what, eat cheesecake because there may be a famine, eat as much of it as you can, so we want to get fat, it overrides and say, you know what, food is plentiful, we don't need to do that. So thank God we have this new version of the brain, but we need to use it.